Good to have you here. Deb, if you want to sit here, that's for you. I bring your attention to this piece of paper. There are two things that I would like to bring your attention to. First of all, the committee charge. Where are we? We're at number 4, present multiple design concepts and cost options to the select board during public meetings. So that is what we're working on. We are beyond the first formal public survey. Thank you very much, all of you who worked on the survey. That is where we stand. Page 2, this is something I don't expect you to read now, but to take home, and I will make sure that everyone gets a copy of it. And Dave, here's a copy for you. And for you, yes. Nico, you don't get one. I will make sure that the rest of the committee gets a copy of this. I would ask, please, read, review, send me your comments, your concerns. Is this timeline accurate? Is it not? It is simply my attempt. It is not necessarily accurate, but I wanted to give us an idea of where we're heading. And where we're heading, I think in the short term, is in early June, presenting some options to the select board. So with that in mind, you're nodding your head. Is there anyone who has any comment there?
I see a couple things I can send you later.
Okay, yeah, please do. All right, so homework, and if you could get this to me by, what do you say, March 1st? Get your comments to me? Yeah. All right. Very good. Next item on the agenda is the facilitated session with Deb. Deb, I brought biggest Post-its I could buy and about Sharpies galore.
Yeah?
The rest is yours.
Okay. All right. Tee up my notes, what we were doing here. So, what I would like to do is I just want to serve as kind of the ship's captain for us to try to synthesize individually and then as a group, what have we learned so far in this process? To that end, there are kind of 3 pieces to how I was hoping we might spend the next 45 to 50 minutes together. That first chunk of time, I created a worksheet in case it's helpful. And hopefully folks have had a chance to at least look at the worksheet. I'll speak to that in just a moment, but we'll spend about 10 minutes for people to work on that worksheet if they haven't had a chance to already do so. And then we're essentially gonna take the next 25, 30 minutes. First to look at what did people suggest as being the core requirements for the park so that we can basically summarize and prioritize that list of requirements. What do people think that the goals of the project are? Which we have talked about, we've talked around, but we really need to identify them. Because this all feeds into like the architectural system, is that
program.
The architectural program that we've heard Mary talk about before. So we're trying to feed inputs into that program. And then in the concluding moments of the time that we have, I'd really like for people to be able to kind of to walk around and to be able to read or to look at what are each of our individual articulations of what the park should be at this point in time? Okay, so that's my hope of how we'll spend that time. Are there any questions? All right, do we have blank copies of that worksheet?
I brought mine completed. I see a couple other people have it done. I thought it was the homework.
I know, I thought we had
It
to.
was the
we had to do
homework,
it.
but in case sometimes, I mean, sometimes people don't do the homework or they don't have time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was
I
that
have
sent
keys
out
as
by
well.
email?
It was.
you do.
Yeah, I missed it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good.
Okay, so here's what we can do, because we can operate on parallel planes here. So for anyone who hasn't had a chance to complete that pre-work, I'm gonna invite you to use the next 10 minutes to do so. For everybody else, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna start to kind of quietly surface what are the requirements and the goals. Okay? So raise your hand if you have a list of proposed requirements. Okay.
Actually, I did it in my.
And you do, okay. So then what I'd actually love to do is, Steve, if you wouldn't mind, I'm gonna take, because we don't have one pad for everybody.
Oh, we do.
We do?
We can split them up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we'll split these in half, okay? So there's one for you, and there's one for you. Are there rules about what you can and can't put on the walls here?
What do you mean?
Yeah, sticky.
Yeah, see, so I brought, what I mean is so I brought some easel sheets as a way that we might be able to visualize what people's
You can use
requirements
this chair
and
if you
such
want,
are.
if it's.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Can you use it with us?
Just kind of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or we
I
could
would
use the actual
I would,
easel.
I would love to do that. I'm gonna steal this.
Yes, do that, please.
So I'm basically going to create two sheets. One is we're going to call requirements.
Devin, just yes, mind that flag behind you's not completely steady, so.
Okay, yeah.
Not very sure, right? I'll go.
All right. I would also suggest, I would offer to the committee that I'd love to get input from everybody here. So if y'all are okay, then I would love to get Nico's thoughts, and I'd love to get Dave's thoughts. Sure.
And Greg,
Yeah, and Greg's
send them a
thoughts.
pad.
Yeah, so if everyone's cool with that, we're just gonna surface everyone's thoughts, okay?
So I'm gonna pass on that because as a select board member, I have to wait until you present before I give my thoughts, but I'm excited to hear what you all come up with.
Yeah, okay, so, thanks. Okay.
I was gonna run away with it.
So what I'll do is,
You shoot them all down at the end, right?
yeah, this is what I'm gonna put about 5 minutes on my clock right now, on my watch. And in those 5 minutes, I would encourage that you can use this as quiet time to just write. For each Post-it note is one requirement or one goal.
Can you clarify goals versus requirements in the survey? What's a goal and what's a requirement?
What's a goal? Yes. Well, can you help me? Because in my mind, we've talked about a requirement as being something that has to happen through a specific policy, or maybe it's like here's a good example. So a requirement is accessibility. Yep. Okay. A requirement of the park is it has to be ADA accessible as a space. Mm-hmm. So what I distinguish that is a goal of the park is a space for everyone in the community to rest upon. Doesn't have to be a requirement because there's nothing kind of written down or documented saying we have to live under those conditions. But that's something that has emanated from our public input as being a perspective goal. can I like hand a virtual baton to you, and can you, based on your expertise, can you continue to clarify that distinction for folks? Because I don't think I did it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've always thought of it in terms of goals and objectives, and like the goal is kind of the overall what you're trying to achieve, and then the objectives are like the specific ways you go to get it. The requirements, I haven't really used that word as a way of like strategizing a project, so that's why I was curious what you meant by it. But, so it's like the regulatory requirements, or the like a requirement might be like financially feasible.
Totally.
We can't have a park that we can't afford, so that's a requirement, okay.
Right. And some other examples include, the right of ways and accessibility for the neighbors on either side.
Yeah.
Right.
Would it also be what we want in the park, like picnic benches and things like that? Are they into the requirements, or is that too?
Those are not requirements.
Okay.
Yeah, those are not requirements.
But those aren't goals either, so where do people put that? If they're like, I really want to see a swing.
Because that's what we're seeing in all places, like those kind of things.
Yeah, so when we actually start to share out what people's ideas are for the park, then I'm hoping that stuff will come up, because we've already seen a synthesis in the research here that Amanda artfully synthesized. In her previous presentation, we've seen some descriptions about we think the Venn diagram is a park as a deck, and the park is a regular park, and we think some of what the features of the park probably include are table and chairs. And so my hope is that we list requirements, we list goals, and then we go around and everyone shares, here's what I think the park is, and then we can start to articulate some specific features.
I
Please,
have a
yeah.
suggestion
Go for it.
that might simplify the process.
Go for it.
I did a site plan, and it's pretty funky, but it has a key, and it's the elements that I'd like to see in the park. So if people have developed a site plan, maybe they could make a list of the elements they want to see in the park.
Great.
So I call those elements.
Is there a third?
So is there a
Posted
third
for that?
list?
I have pages for days. So I would
Or you could
I'd be
just put it on
happy
your
to
site
make-
plan.
Yes.
Just an idea.
So I'm gonna post the goals in a different part of this room, and then I'll make a third one about what do we call elements?
Yeah,
Features.
Features?
yeah,
Yeah.
//
yeah, exactly.
So does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to remind folks that what will help us with trying to collect everybody's ideas and then kind of combine them to make sure that we have a heat map of what the themes are. One idea, this is amazing. One idea per Post-it note. Okay? So if you have a requirement, one requirement per Post-it note. If you have multiple goals, one goal per Post-it note. You have multiple features in your key, one feature per Post-it note.
So you're doing requirements now?
Yeah.
All three.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, all three now?
Yep.
And I'll have a lot with my handwriting because I also have keys. So don't worry.
Because you also have
Keith's.
Oh,
I have his worksheet, so I'm just gonna copy them off.
I have a suggestion. You're gonna run out of real estate. There's one idea per thing. I suggest people do this.
Make it smaller.
Sure, yeah. If you feel like you can make it small, that's great. If not, don't worry. I'll attend
share
to
it.
that.
Okay.
I'll attend to that.
Can I hand you my, these are all goals. Do you
These are
mind?
all goals. Thank
Yes.
you. Yes.
Thank
I do
you.
not mind that. Great.
can't do that because it doesn't have enough. I'll play it again, good job. Would you guys mind if I let her listen to the sound just while we're being quiet, so she gets one?
That's fine.
We can all enjoy it.
Yeah, I think it's actually an appropriate background.
Marco, this is your party. We're all just here.
This is on the Zoom too, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's working. Hasn't been,
It's going in the minutes.
hasn't been on TV for a while.
Yeah, he said,
No, I think it goes blank. Maybe not.
Do not let them in. Shake and shake and shake and shake, shake and just like this.
Jared, just create some space. I want to create a fire
Open shut, open shut. Do all little clap, clap, clap. Open shut, open
Do you have more things that I can
Features.
features? All of this, okay, thank you. Gotcha.
And I think I'm just gonna check the goals, and if I want to do them, I go requirements.
Okay, for sure, yeah. She's here.
shake and shake them, shake them, shake, shake them just like this. Roll down, roll down, roll down.
I don't know what that is.
One of those wooden structures that goes over, that's like kind of like slatted shape.
yeah.
Thank you, okay, I got you.
Trellis, arbor.
Right on, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Again. Songs for 2.5 minutes.
Together,
4 minutes.
what's the chart on the left?
This is just, it's page 2, elements and features.
What happened to?
Goals are behind you,
Oh.
requirements are over
Okay,
on the
thank you.
easel. Yeah.
Thank you, Manny.
This is,
If you had the question, others had it too.
for the one, no, that's okay. The one time that really would have paid for us to be, yeah, it would have paid for us to be upstairs. Yeah.
You wanna write on the thing?
You guys. My tool is welcome, sir.
Goals. Make sure. Do you need help writing? I'm done.
No, I'm
Okay.
just,
Always.
resisting writing.
I have a little 3D model.
Oh, nice.
We'll do our
Oh, wow.
designs on when we get to that point.
You can put that on a laminator, overhead projector, so you can like draw on it
Yeah.
and like erase it. Or just,
Well, yeah, we usually just, I do like little sketches like this over it, and then we just scan them and throw them on.
you get to spit on it, it won't play.
So just as a time check, it is 5:21, and then what I'd love to do is be able to spend some time looking at the goals, the requirements, and the elements, and then inviting us to some brief discussion and then prioritizing. So in order to do that, I'd say it would be helpful if we can finish writing in the next 5 to 6 minutes. Do we think we can finish the writing in the next 5 to 6 minutes?
Maybe not.
Just put those up.
Pop those up?
behind you.
You are happy to do so.
Can I take any of those for you and
Yeah,
start putting
these
them
are
up?
all goals.
Perfect, thank you.
So the difference between a requirement and a goal.
Are any of yours goals, Mary? I can take them?
What must
Perfect.
be true? A goal is like what we're after, but this has to have constraints.
There's something.
Yeah, and it's okay that there's a bit of blurring here. Like at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is surface what's most important.
You do that so well, you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have any other requirements? Yep, that's great.
Oh, the top is different material. That's why. Okay, I'm learning. Anyone else have some goals they want me to stick up?
I have 2 more.
I can.
Oh,
Beautiful.
oh, the elements.
There you go.
Thank you.
2, 4.
Anyone else have any requirements that I can
I,
And if you're not sure,
One more.
that's okay.
oh, here they are.
Oh, great.
And my elements, I already wrote down. Can I just put this up?
Yes. Can you, I wonder, Mary, if you could just pop that, just pop that up over here. I don't have any oh, I have blue tape.
I have the backs of
You have
these.
to buy some post-its?
Yeah.
That's goals.
That's cool.
That one's way cool and elements.
Yeah, so, no,
Yeah.
Low maintenance is over there, and it's over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to get too
Yeah, no, I got it.
too sticky about it right now.
Yeah, I'll put some, I was going to wait and see if it's in there.
Okay.
Did you take care of it or you took care of it? Thank you. I did it, but I had a Okay. Thank you.
That seems
Appreciate
like.
it. Oh,
I don't know if it's actually true.
little tiny
Okay,
bit.
I got one here.
If she got her other chair, it'd be the earbuds.
Awesome. Right. So we can surface that.
Okay, who can I take things from?
Like, is that really a requirement?
Not a requirement,
What's actually
but
surface?
we're probably gonna do.
Yeah. Okay.
I can take care of any extra bits, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all right. That one too? Yeah. That's no.
Discard pile?
Yes.
Yeah. And then,
Consolidate.
great.
Oh, there's this.
So we're doing great on time.
That's all these.
Yeah. That is a requirement.
That is a requirement, that's what I'm going for.
yeah,
That's a requirement.
the hospital did a strategic plan.
Yeah.
And they said, we need to be financially viable. And it-
Yeah, funding.
Yeah, yeah.
And, yeah. It's a goal, a requirement, and a
Not in medical advice. System. As a community member, not as a patient. More than administrative flow chart. Stuff I've been trying to do something for years, so.
Yeah.
If I can help you, I will.
So the next thing that I'm going to ask for is, and I could use some help and participation in this, before we get up, or before we address each of these to look at what's there, I'm wondering if I might have any volunteers of people who are comfortable with like synthesizing lots of information into themes. If anyone, you wouldn't mind picking one, either the goals or the elements, and just like take the things that seem alike, put them on top of each other, the things that seem similar, put them near each other.
I could do one if you wanted to.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So what we're doing now is we're doing just like kind of like a rapid synthesis. And when we review as a committee and everyone, when we review each of these buckets, as it were. If you don't agree with how something's been grouped, that's fine. If we see something that, whether it's a requirement, is that really a goal? I don't know that that's the best use of our time here. What we're really trying to do is surface the important things and then prioritize what's most important of those things. So we're gonna theme these, and as soon as we're done, then we will start to unpack what's in each bucket, okay?
Whoever did this, what is MTC? Low MTC?
Probably
Maintenance.
maintenance.
That's what I would guess. That's up there too. Somewhere.
Yeah, that's over here.
Yes, down low, down low.
Low maintenance, low maintenance.
Like that.
I like that. I like those words.
Low, no, like,
Oh, no, minimal.
yeah, no mowing. No crabapple trees. No fruit bearing trees. Weak branches.
Ornamental, fruit.
Yeah, non-messy.
Pretty fall.
Don't need to ornament.
Tables down there.
Oh, yeah.
And recycling?
And recycling.
But then you gotta pick up.
Time to get recycling.
I do have blue tape, yes.
My guy does parks, DW does
Oh, you should
stuff downtown, they do, I do like to
I love how I carry around.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
that becomes like
No,
the restaurants on either
painter
side.
myself.
I had a vendor tell me there's,
Is this for handwriting, Steve?
trash cans now, Dave, that will alert you.
Can
Yeah.
you just rewrite that with a
I don't
sticky on
think
top? I had to just separate it from a separate different one.
They're compatible.
Please?
You see, they're in the cities.
Yeah.
Boston has them, Philly has them.
Crazy phones, throw it
Listen,
yourself.
it's so much.
It doesn't have a, oh no, there's a water bottle over
But
there.
they Bluetooth, connect the trash, and then when they fold, they send you a signal.
Yeah, that's the vendor.
Is it bike rack yet?
Nope.
What do they?
Graveyard park.
Yeah.
Yeah, plants and gardens over there.
I think we're seeing a lot of
Yes.
people.
Paving,
I didn't make it.
Paving is not on there.
They won't take
My stuff comes up a lot. And so I'm just double checking to make sure.
Thank you.
This one might go under requirements just because we have a good map of it.
Yes, yes.
Top right.
Top right.
I'll bet you know this
Yeah,
one.
we'll stick to the very top of the,
No.
I will probably fall right up. Because of the material that's on here, so just pop it
I
right
thought I
up.
saw it as this.
Yeah, there you
Yeah, benches.
Okay. All right.
In terms of signage,
Yeah, that's educational right there.
And Dave, you don't have a
Bird?
perspective
Yeah,
and
and then
in,
it's right there.
in,
You want it on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
you need to work.
Are we almost done over? Elements and features looks pretty
Yep, I
good.
think it is done.
Yeah. How far along are you feeling, Jen?
I could use like another minute, but if you guys want to get started.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, folks. So if we have some that have been posted. Is that trash or need to get posted?
I'm gonna take this home and recycle. Does anybody
It's
have
right there on the floor.
even better?
I'll give them for you.
You're the
Thank you.
man.
Okay.
Thanks, Doug.
That's recycling, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Brilliant.
No, that's where I put all my ideas.
All right, so thank you for that. I really appreciate everyone's contributions. So what I'd like to do next is, again, I talked about this idea of 3 buckets. So we have requirements, we have goals, we have elements and features. Now, if there is some like permeability, like there's some squishiness between goals and requirements, I don't want to get too caught up in that. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to review what's on the board here. I want to give like a narrow window of comments, more comment than discussion. But if there's some questions to raise, at least document the questions. And then I'm going to invite people to vote with 3 votes. If you only got 3 votes, what's most important in each of these buckets?
3 in each.
3 in each.
3 in each.
You're gonna make a list then of these?
Yeah, what I'll wind up doing is as I continue to collate these, I'll put some numbers. Now, before we go, Mary, one of the things I want to surface here is in some cases, like I'm creating a constraint to try to surface priorities. In something like requirements, like it may be, there's more than 3 requirements that are actually going to be true here. But what I'm trying to do is trying to bring to the surface what are the things that are really like focusing the energy and attention of our committee. And I'll give you an example here. Is if we created a heat map, lots of people talk
What's
about
a heat map?
what a heat map is. Yeah, if you're trying to, if you create. If you try to look at where's lots of Post-its that say the same or very similar things, then the heat is a part of the map where everyone's really saying something similar.
Okay, I have another process question.
Yeah.
I insisted with the public surveys to keep every single comment. I hope you keep every single comment that people have put up here, and I'm willing to try and transcribe them.
Sure, yeah. I was actually gonna take pictures, and then I think there's some software to transcribe.
I'll transcribe them because then they'll be on the record, and some of these are going to feed right into the architectural program.
Sure, totally. That would be appreciated.
Is that okay?
Thank you. I think so. Is everyone cool with that?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Not my place to make those decisions.
I have a question. So I have an idea for a theme, which then obviously the things would slot into. So where do we put our themes?
Right now, I would use these and start writing, like capture them. That actually brings up this important note to my mind, which is as we engage in our conversation over the next now 25 minutes, if you have an idea, you have a theme that just is coming to your brain, we may not have time now, but we do want you to capture it. Okay, so just write that down. All right. Ideally, we'll have 5 minutes at the end to do that. So let me start at requirements, where we're seeing a lot of similarity in one big overarching theme of a requirement is ADA accessibility. Okay, lots of people talk about that. There's also, someone wrote accessible beyond ADA. Can I ask whoever wrote that, can you say in like a sentence or two what you mean by that?
Yeah, it's me. So ADA is a lot like building codes and things like that, but it doesn't hit on a lot of invisible disabilities and a lot of just helpful, accessible things that aren't spelled out in the federal law from 1990 that we're aware of now in 2025.
Table height or something?
That would probably be in the law from 1990, but things that might be great for kids with autism, or things that might be great for, a bench swing actually makes the park accessible, makes a swing accessible in a way that a old school like rubber swing that's just that skinny little strap isn't more accessible. It's not ADA accessible necessarily, but it's accessible beyond ADA. You're opening the scope of what accessible means. Does that work?
So
Yeah, the term I wrote down that I hear a lot is universal accessibility.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Could you just put universal design?
Yeah.
Or universal design, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I use universal design a lot, but it's sort of
which is very cool because
simplifying it.
it's good for everybody.
Right.
Providing
Yes.
benches, there's a long way to walk.
Yeah, okay, thank you, I appreciate
Yeah.
that, I appreciate that. All right, so we've got a bucket around accessibility, okay? There's another, I think, bucket here, and I haven't necessarily themed this, but what is written here is actually, I want to put this down here. Require honor the right of way, meet building and life safety codes. So there's kind of like a codes and regulations bucket of requirements here.
There's another one called right away over
Okay.
here. Anyway. Want it or not.
There's another one that says here, on-site stormwater and retention. And
That's more of a landscaping thing than
so whether or not it's an actual requirement, like legally, or it's just, or it's a
to me,
principle
it's a
that we all
requirement.
use.
It is just, we're not in compliance here yet,
Okay.
but it is a requirement.
No, it isn't. It
Some-
isn't, it isn't a requirement, because it's a town project, it's a governmental land use. Don't want to get too into it, but
I know.
It's not a requirement.
It's my tendency, you know that.
That if there is a disagreement on this, I would just flag in the future. At some point in time, we got to clarify that. But so we got stormwater retention. There's a part here about funding. Okay, so donor sponsorship, funding, financial feasibility. There's another piece here that's kind of like a policy, political piece. Passable by the town. 2 phases if need be. Okay. School board approval.
Select board.
Select.
I shouldn't have used acronyms.
There's some other, I would describe them as some
What does that one say?
some features that I'll describe here now. So seating area, okay, and this could be connected to the ADA accessibility piece, but seating area, chairs and benches, fencing or barriers, year-round trash, dog poop station.
I didn't write that.
No, so I'm spelling them out here.
Where's the zip line?
We didn't get zip line on here, but we did get terrace. Okay.
Can we propose like recategorizing some things? Because I feel like I've seen like seating areas has a huge pile over here. So
Yeah.
It's like, which
Maybe
one
it-
do they go on?
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
confusing.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking for simplicity, maybe it makes sense to consolidate.
So this is seating area right here. You want to pass that over? Okay.
The bottom right belongs with the one that we discussed about on-site retention. Yeah,
Environmental and economic sustainability.
yeah, economic sustainability is a separate topic, but environmental sustainability belongs with the on-site retention.
2 on 1.
I'll make a new thing for economic sustainability.
All right.
And
That's fine.
my one about the around the trash and the poop was about keeping the place clean, like requirement that we have facilities that help people dispose of stuff. So that's
Great.
why that was there.
So maintenance came up twice, and if you're kind of maybe want to tag that towards maintenance, then the idea that we have trash and potentially a dog poop station. Those are things that help. Okay. There's a bucket here. Economic. I'll put over here. There's 2 pieces down below. One says the requirement is native plants. Another says something meaningful RE native people. So there might be like a, I don't know, whoever wrote that, can you say one sentence about what that means?
Well, they were here first. I start with that. and they've been sort of kicked out, and they're still present. By meaningful, I mean I don't want just a trite little sign. I'm sorry it's so abstract, but I'm working on that as a tangent for us. I think I'll be ready to show it in March.
Would you consider that being considered as an element or a feature as opposed to a requirement?
Philosophically, I'd keep it there.
So
So now we vote on them? Oh, sorry.
Let me make sure that I've got, durable materials.
That would be sustainable, environmentally sustainable, and also,
Or low maintenance?
exactly.
Yeah, let me.
Okay, so then, as I move some of these around here to just try to theme them based on what I'm hearing from you all, then yes, what I'd like you to do is to vote on 3, which if you're not physically able, let me know, like just write down what your votes are. We've tried to group these in such a way that don't get too caught up whether you're voting for right-of-way or meeting building codes, because I'm kind of like drawing like a dotted line around them, so to speak.
Can you call them out?
It's
and we'll
hard to
just
know
write
from
them
here
down?
what groups they're in.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna have people come up.
1, 2, 3, in order, or 1 and 2, 3, just 3?
Just 3, there's 3, and this is what I mean by a dot. I just want you to put 3 dots on the Post-it.
Could you maybe call, I'm wondering if it might be easier if you call out what the thing is and then we all just.
I know, this is why I wish I had better themes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not sure if I can see where the buckets are. You know?
Come on up.
Yeah, it's hard to see the
Yeah,
buckets.
so like,
Do you want us to go up
Yeah,
and dance
I
around?
want,
your-
yeah,
You're doing it
I want
right
this physically able to come up. Yeah.
I know, it's so
The goals
exciting.
one's gonna be really hard.
I know.
Hard time fucking
And that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we use sticky little
Yeah, they're
stickers.
Those were like,
Yeah, just
This
do
fall up
different
or?
stickers and then.
might have fallen. There's there's
Actually, I did my 3. Do
Thank you.
you want me to do them for you, or can you get up?
I can get up, don't hold his hand.
Okay. Sorry. Oh.
It's okay, my elbow's fine.
So you're basically putting one in the.
You want it on the or in a circle?
Yeah, I either pick one of these specifically, or if you can't pick one, just put it in circle. Yeah, I'm trying to keep things flexible here. I know you want specific instructions, so if you need specific instructions, pick a specific Post-it note, put a circle. Remember, you get 3 votes. 3 votes. Sorry. No. I think this is gonna go quicker when we move to,
that one's a hot mess, so.
yeah, when we move to the elements, I think it's gonna go quicker because there's some really
It's
clear
very
themes. But we are gonna go into the hot mess of goals next.
Put them here.
I know, but like on this line.
Oh, I know, that should be there.
Are there 4 dots?
There are 3 dots, I see. 3.
Do you have a black pen? This would be ding, ding, ding. 1, 2, 3.
What about that?
Is that a duplicate?
I think it's a dot.
It's here and here.
Oh, and there.
Well, that was, yes.
Okay, that's 4.
Yeah,
That was multi, whatever.
Does everyone who's seated have voted?
I have voted.
Yeah,
You have.
Okay, great.
Economic sustainability, there.
Welcome, by the way. Thank you. Happy to have you. Thank you.
I did miss your name again, though.
Dawn Jelly.
Dawn. Nice to meet you. Amanda. Have you lived in town for a long time?
8 years.
there we are. Has everyone had a chance to?
Did my dots, baby.
Exactly.
Hey,
Okay.
You're gonna have.
This is great, Deb.
motion was
Okay.
that, whatever it was that was passed in the last 2, about the, taking the one thing. Not having the downtown waterfront, come under the state regulations,
Urban.
Oh, the urbanized
yeah,
exemption.
urban, yeah.
Yeah, that passed.
Yeah, but that doesn't affect, that does affect us in that
Yeah, we don't need a shoreline.
we don't.
So it's like transcribing, just tear the sheet off and we'll stack them and roll them up and I'll
Yeah,
take them home.
great.
Okay,
That's already torn up, so
I'll turn it around pretty good.
That's awesome. Yes, I would like to move on. We just keeping an eye on time here. We're trying to get out of here in 15 minutes. So we're doing the best that we can, given the constraints of time. Over here, in terms of goals. So let's see here.
These were tough, because there's a lot of combined goals on one,
Right.
things that kind of
Okay.
relate to different.
But we can start with some clear themes. So maintenance came up again as a important goal. Low maintenance. Okay. Contributing to natural systems and town activities.
That stack was kind of all about community, like a lot of
Community.
those kind of related to community, so I said.
Community
put them together.
engagement, right,
Community
right.
engagement, places
Awesome.
for community to gather.
Okay, great. So there's a theme around the goal as being a space where community can gather. Everyone good on that?
Mhm.
Okay. Over here, reading them out.
So it makes more sense. Could you make a heading there that just says community?
Go for it.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
that
a
would
good
help.
idea.
Actually help. I'll keep going here. Grading conform with the natural slope. Natural planting and grading of surfaces, simple in concert with the built and natural environment. So there's a goal here. I'm hearing
I kind of
about-
see hearing that as like low impact, feels natural. Perfect.
Great.
What is,
Mhm.
Low impact, I like that for that one.
did you do this one already?
I think that's
Yeah.
low maintenance, yeah.
I mean,
That group can be called low maintenance.
Low impacts,
Yeah, that's low impact, natural.
natural. Right. Okay. So then.
Then we get into, okay, so that whole area on the left is a combination of, the word unique shows up a lot,
Mhm.
the word river view, destination. To me, it's like aspirational.
You know,
If I was gonna like put a word to it.
we called that the genius of place.
The genius of
Does anyone need a, it's like what makes Exeter Exeter and what makes Portsmouth Portsmouth? It's like a combination of felt and tangible things that's that
Thank you, Mary.
place. You're welcome.
Okay.
And that's all of this.
So turning the dial up on the uniqueness of this park as being connected to its place on the water and the
Yes.
town on the water. Is everyone clear about, does that kind of make sense conceptually? Okay, great, done. Playful, honoring the early inhabitants, mixed use areas for relaxation. So.
Those were
It's a
sort of
hodgepodge.
one-offs, I wasn't.
Yeah,
sure.
okay, so, yeah, I think that the playful relaxation, this feels a bit like, I'm gonna put the honoring early inhabitants into a different category, because playful, mixed use, and areas for relaxation, these sound like action verbs
Mood.
of what, mood, great.
There was one up there about flexible too, flexible space, which kind of to me means like mixed use, like I forget, I don't know where it ended up, but those might go together.
It's right here.
Oh, okay,
Space
yeah.
Yes,
flexibility.
So
yes, great.
flexibility, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that part of the
Yeah.
mood?
I don't. To
think
me,
it's
it's
a-
like mixed use and flexibility are similar. Like it's a park that can be
Mixed
kind of
use is what I
adapted to
intended.
different.
I
Okay.
think that's more.
It's like you could have an outdoor classroom
Yeah, well,
there,
anything.
or you could have a bridge group up there.
Okay. So then we've got a category of mood, which includes playful, having curb appeal, so aesthetically appealing, and the areas for relaxation. We have this point about a place of mixed use for both seating and playing, flexibility, welcoming for all ages, accommodating all people, accessibility, inclusivity, welcoming environment. So here there's like a small a accessibility of
Inclusivity?
inclusivity.
Yes.
Does that make sense for folks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and then this last piece about honoring early inhabitants is like kind of, but not. So is there a headline that someone wants to give about the intentions or the goals about being connected to the indigenous heritage of
perfect.
this place?
You know, history hasn't come up,
That's
and you've got a report for us. Can you just add colonial?
There was
and-
one, historical and educational engagement.
Oh, yeah.
That we could put under there.
Where is
On
that?
it's on the lower, yeah, thank you.
There you go.
Great. Okay. Awesome.
And
All
then
right.
I have one goal that I think might have gotten miscategorized. It's engages Water Street, streetscape and facade. So just kind of like making sure we're paying attention to the thresholds between park and Water Street. Like Water Street's a very different place than the park.
And
So
water streets, capital water, capital
Yeah,
street.
I
Yes.
I saw two other ones like that.
yeah, so I don't know if that's a different, like a separate goal or.
I feel like it goes in mood though.
Yeah.
Might go
Like
under
making
mood.
sure the mood shifts correctly or matches
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
I feel like there's some porousness
Curb
between
appeal.
mood and place-based.
Yeah.
And what about this puppy?
We
Maintenance.
did that one. So,
Maintenance is maintenance.
obvious.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. This.
All right. So we're doing our best here. So can people come up? 3 votes. Okay. Let's do that one more time.
What if we want all of them?
I know.
It's an economy, a limited economy. That is what this is trying to
But I think we
accomplish.
could do all of these.
Well, we can, but
All right.
we can do
We
them all.
Yeah. And we're not making any decisions here. What we're doing with the voting is just trying to get a sense of prioritization. At the end of the day, what we hopefully will come back to in the next meeting is really clarifying and documenting, right? Part of this architectural program means we got to say what the goals are. And those have to be represented in what the concepts will be that we'll bring back to the public for input, and that will hopefully get selected, that we'll put in front of the board.
They are.
I know that this is a lot of like up and down and energy, folks, so I appreciate you
Okay.
bearing with us.
Keeps you awake.
It does.
No false sleep.
Because we got one more category to go. We got 5 minutes to do it.
Can I start on the ones that are super obvious?
Has everyone voted over here for goals? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, great, please.
So this one is all just saying educational signage, so can we call that one educational? This one is all just adult swings, so I just write swings.
Unless there's kid swings.
Nope, it just said swings or adult swings,
Okay.
so I just write swings.
Yeah.
This one's all art. Call it art. Great. This one was both overlook the river, so call it that.
Overlook.
Yeah, and that's, we have something over here.
This one was both seating. Can I call it seating?
Here, Boo. Can you keep that back there? Because I just,
That's
yeah, at
also
some point in
seating.
time, yeah.
This is the only one that was trash cans, so there we have trash.
I think
Yeah.
all those are seating too, right?
Oh, great, thank you so much for noticing
So much
that. Seating, seating, seating.
Beautiful.
Pergola by itself. Snow, baffle by itself. Fire or water feature by itself. And then Mary's got specific features. She stuck bike rack, food truck parking, drinking fountain together, so maybe I'll just add that to Mary's.
Yeah.
Hardscape, she's got all together with granite, piers, walls, plantscape, and then activities. She's got a water bubble or cafe lights and light.
And this belongs here. And fire.
Fire pit.
Yeah. And food truck parking, dedicated spot in front certain hours, kind of like we have between town hall and town offices. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Okay.
Can we put
feeling
these
something?
two together maybe, because I feel like they're kind of special
Right.
features.
Yeah.
Can we have more than 3 votes?
Yeah,
I
okay.
asked last time.
Well,
You
this
said no.
seems like there's like even more
Well, we're
stuff
still just
here.
trying to prioritize, so I think it makes sense to still do
This is
three.
where the rubber hits the road.
Pop up.
Yep.
Yes.
3 votes.
3 votes.
3 votes.
Limited economy.
Yeah. 3 votes.
I won't add it. I didn't do that one, I have a few.
I saw Barbara today. Barbara and Kunis. Yeah, I went to talk about it.
All right. Yeah, right, no
I've
way.
been in there a while.
We went extended.
Sunshine.
Was that fun?
Yeah.
Spun around. Uh-huh.
Right, and so
Dark
I
as
guess if we have lunch,
16, yeah.
Someone's got a.
I'm gonna pre-contact. Is that how this is?
Don't we always?
3.
Yeah,
Hold on. Very fast.
But I mean, I guess our concepts
Very
that we
passive
bring back to the
recreation.
public should
Yeah.
reflect a variety of what that.
Yeah.
At some point,
Yeah, I don't, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. So folks, I'm just calling out, once we finish voting, we have less than 2 minutes.
in the late 80s and
So,
Can folks stay on for an extra 5?
'cause they were.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I know I can.
So we should have
Folks, Mary, can you stay on for an extra 5 minutes?
yeah,
Okay.
at some point.
So I will sit down. I'm gonna sit down now so we can continue on, but I wanna thank folks. Again, we didn't make any decisions now, but this is all inputs to what we are gonna do next time. So, and I also want to verify, for those of you who actually filled out your worksheets, I wonder if there's a way for us to capture that, because we don't have time to share them now, but I want them to be shareable. So if you can figure out, Steve, how to do that.
Yes, I can.
To you,
Yes.
and you can.
Yeah, if folks are able to scan, or send it.
Cover this with these?
I can take them and scan them all in
Yes.
one go.
If some people drew or wrote some more.
I think it'll be easy.
Created like a story,
It'll take me
drew a
6
sketch or
seconds.
something like that. So I want everyone to be able to see that.
Swings.
Okay, swing.
Okay, so we'll collect these. Yep.
We're looking for drawings, right?
Drawings.
Drawings.
It's gonna be drawings. I mean, but if you wrote something, if all you did was do the requirements and the goals and that's been shared, great. But if you made some drawings or wrote something that explained what your
I'll make a copy
vision
of it.
was, great. Let us know.
And I'll get it to you.
All right. Okay. I yield.
You have one.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, thank you, Deb, for
Yeah.
leading that session.
Yeah.
And.
Thanks everybody for pitching up.
Yes.
Good.
So, a couple things. Design by committee is never something that we aim for, but it's something that we must. I appreciate your behavior and your engagement. Next time, I hope that we can get out a preliminary set of ideas, concepts, that Jen, I'm hoping that you can drum up for April. With the idea, still tentative, that in April, we would agree on those concepts enough so that we can get out a survey. Okay? And report on that survey in May so that we can decide and then go to the select board at our election. Does that sound like a reasonable?
Yeah, my comment to you over email was going to be that I'm wondering if we want to have a next, I don't want to delay the process, but I feel like I'm gonna do sketches and then people are gonna look at them and be like, that's not what I meant. So I wonder if we need another meeting to just kind of do that like edit phase of like,
We certainly could have an extra meeting.
I mean, I don't know what people think of that.
So we could, maybe between our March meeting and our April meeting, have a second meeting in the middle. If-
Or I could send I mean, I don't know, because we can't really
Okay,
consult over emails.
What happens if we're off a
Change
month?
it.
if we're off a month?
Yeah, what's the constraint?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
serious, because we have to talk to the select board in June. Like, that's really important.
Alternative proposal, we have a longer meeting in either March or April
We can do that as well.
instead of the intermediates.
However, you may need time to do second set of sketches. So I think breaking it up probably makes most sense.
And a quick caucus, the development of the architectural program is iterative.
Yep.
And I think we should allow for its advanced development to be integrated with what you're talking about now. Or we're gonna end up at the end trying to make up an architectural program. It's
So
part
let's
of-
not forget that we are doing this just to hand over to an architect to do years or whatever they need to do of design.
An architectural program is what you hand over to the
When we hire one, we're not hiring one in June.
Right, we're asking for.
Or you need to just get something before the select board in June.
So that we can ask for
It's
money.
merely, it's essentially what you're asking for, except that it's, I wish I
But the
could.
audience of this is not an architect. The audience of this is the select board.
An architectural program is really accessible to a layperson.
But it sounds time intensive and we have till June.
This is true.
It's true,
This is
sorry.
true.
Okay, they're not two different things, it's just,
Perhaps.
It's step 1 and 2 of the same process. We'll
Okay.
get to step
Sort
2
of,
someday,
sort of.
but we're not getting there yet.
Perhaps you can articulate better.
I gotta go.
Jen and I'll have a little.
All right.
somehow.
And with that, we are adjourned.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. 6:03.
Thank you for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Biweekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well.